Have you ever felt unnoticed in social situations? Picture this. You're in a bustling cafe, the aroma of coffee beans filling the air. You approach the counter, placing your order with the barista. The interaction is brief, impersonal. They serve you without ever really seeing you. Ever found yourself in such a situation? I certainly have. You see, it's not just limited to baristas, it's the cashier at the supermarket, the flight attendant on your last trip, the salesperson at your local store. It's an array of individuals we interact with on a daily basis, yet the exchanges are fleeting, hollow. It's as if we're invisible, lost in the crowd, our existence acknowledged but not seen. It's easy to feel like a cog in the machine, another faceless customer in the sea of transactions. This realization made me wonder, without even realizing it, I might be treating these service providers more like machines than human beings. A simple gesture can make a significant difference. It's a truth I discovered during my days as a flight attendant, where countless faces blurred into obscurity, save for the few who dared to look me in the eye when expressing gratitude. Those individuals, they stood out. They became more than just seat numbers, they became human beings. Imagine a world where we all took an extra second to make eye contact, to truly see the person we're interacting with. That fleeting moment of connection can transform a mundane exchange into a meaningful interaction. The cashier, the salesperson, the flight attendant, they're not machines, they're people. And when you look them in the eye, you're saying, I see you, I acknowledge you, you matter. The impact is palpable. A cold grin becomes a warm smile, a quick glance back that says, I see you too. They feel acknowledged as individuals rather than merely as customers, and I also feel less anonymous in return. This concept extends beyond service encounters and applies to romantic and personal connections as well. It's all about bringing a touch of humanity back into our interactions, about really seeing the person in front of us. In a world where we're constantly distracted by screens and deadlines, making an effort to focus on the speaker can transform our connections. We're not just talking about polite nods and smiles here, it's about using eye signals, those unspoken words that can convey so much more than spoken language ever can. It's about alleviating the loneliness that's become so prevalent in our disengaged society. It's about showing that we're truly present, that we're really listening. But remember, it's crucial to strike a balance. Prolonged eye contact, if done inappropriately, can come across as spooky or uncomfortable. This technique calls for genuine compassion, where the emotions in my heart reflect in my eyes. With time, I have learned to judge the appropriate duration for eye contact. This journey of mine, like any other, was filled with trials and errors, with awkward moments and heartwarming ones. It was all about finding that sweet spot, that perfect balance between looking and seeing, between observing and connecting. Focusing my gaze was not just about physical sight, it was about perceiving the person in front of me, about sensing that underlying spark that exists between two souls. The beauty of it all is that this practice goes beyond just eye contact. It's about being present, being in the moment. It's about acknowledging the other person's existence and value. And so, I learned to transform these fleeting, unnoticed moments into meaningful connections. I learned to see and be seen, to acknowledge and be acknowledged. This practice, this subtle act of compassion, has been a game changer in my social interactions. It's a practice that has helped me create more meaningful connections and alleviate the sense of being unnoticed in social interactions.